Life around Gainesville might revolve around the University of Florida, but this city, located about 100 miles north of Orlando, is also a terrific place to raise a family. And after getting his PhD in engineering here, raising a family is exactly what John Bianchi and his wife Lori chose to do. The Bianchis are an active family who love bicycling and gardening, so they make a lot of use of their garage. Keeping it organized, however, has been low on their priority list. That's going to change with today's house call.
Well, you know, I've ordered a whole bunch of stuff, anticipating we might need it. I think we're going to use all of it. Kind of take me around here and show me a couple of things. Over here, I noticed you've got a workbench of sorts.
That's my workbench.
So you do use the garage as a workshop?
I mostly use it as a tool storage space, but it would be
Tool
nice.
storage space. Well, I can see why you don't use it as a workspace, because there's not much way to get to the top, is there? Now, what about over here? What's this area?
This is my gardening bench. I hate to even go near it because I call it my bug memorial cemetery. It's caked with bugs, and it's really
Well,
nasty.
something's working. I mean, their bodies are over there. I don't know what you're doing, but it's the right thing, huh? Floor over here looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I got a solution for that, too.
Great.
So, first thing we got to do is get everything out of here.
There's a real sense of adventure in cleaning out a garage. You just never know what's in store for you.
I found the neighbor's blower.
The neighbor's blower.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be glad we did this project, huh?
It's so nasty.
Is there a bird in there?
It is. We get birds in the garage.
Come on, it's actually in use?
It is. Well, I think he's out working right now.
All right, I'm gonna be very careful with this. This has got to come back in here, I would imagine. That's great for a massage. It's not gonna do very much for your new garage door, though, is it? Kind of seen better days. I want to replace this with a different type of garage door opener, brand new. It'll eliminate the power unit here in this track that's hanging down in the ceiling. And where it's going to mount, actually, is over here on top of the door, just to the right of the spring up here. The entire mechanism is going to be right there, so it'll clean all of this out of here.
Removing the power unit for the old garage door opener is simply a matter of unplugging it and unbolting it from the support bracket. Now, John and Lori had a new garage door installed right before my visit, but I still want to check it out before putting in the new opener.
Now, guys, for any garage door opener to operate properly, the door itself needs to be balanced. Now, here's a simple test you can perform to find out if it is. Start by bringing the door down about one panel, like this, and let go of it. Then bring it down 2 panels, and let go of it. And finally, 3 panels, and let go. At none of these positions should the door either drift upward or drop downward. If it does do that, it needs to be adjusted, and that's a job to be left for the professionals. So this is a brand new door here. Mm-hmm. Your old door, was it balanced?
It was extremely heavy and almost gave me a hernia every time I had to lift it or pull it down.
So the new door is going to solve that problem,
absolutely.
right? Let's go on inside here and get started on the opener.
Installation of this system is nearly as simple as the removal of the old one. First, John and Lori install these split gear wheels over the door spring shaft and bolt them closed.
All right, now stay right where you are, because I'm going to hand up the power unit to you.
The power unit is also designed to fit over the shaft. It engages the gear wheels and is secured to the wall with lag screws.
This is the power cord. It's going to go from your receptacle in the ceiling over to your new garage door opener, all right? And to make this installation look really neat, we're going to put it inside this plastic channel right here, like this. And then the top of the channel just closes like this. All right, I've attached several clips up here, so guys, just hand that up to me now. And that channel is going to snap right into these clips.
Most of the electronics for this door opener are located in the base of this light fixture, which mounts right on top of the existing electrical outlet in the ceiling. We plug one end of the power cord into the fixture, the other into the power unit, then snap on the cover.
Well, here's your control panel right there, completely wireless. In fact, there are really no wires in this system except the one that goes from your receptacle out here to the motor. Everything else is wireless. In addition to the normal up and down button here, a couple of interesting features. One is a 10-second delay, so you can have the door open, push this, and take your time walking out before it closes. This is a pet button right here, so you can bring it up a prescribed amount. Pets can go in or out of the garage, can ventilate. And here is your remote control for the car.
Fantastic.
Who's going to get
Thanks.
that?
Well, we fight over it.
fight.
No, you don't have to fight because I got two of them, one for each of you. Right?
Hey.
We give our garage door its maiden voyage. But there's actually a much more important test that anybody with an automatic garage door opener should conduct from time to time.
You know, most folks think their garage door opener is working properly if they push the button and the door goes up and down. But there's one more important factor. Garage door openers are equipped with a safety feature that stops the door and reverses it when it encounters resistance, like a child or a pet. Now, here's a simple test you can make to be sure that your door is adjusted properly. Start the door down, put an unopened roll of paper towels underneath it. The bottom of the door should contact the paper towels, compress it slightly, stop, and then reverse. If it doesn't, your door needs to be adjusted. You can do that yourself by checking your owner's manual or call a professional. This is called Gladiator Garage Works by Whirlpool Corporation, and the real key component are these slotted wall panels down here. They're made of composite plastic. We are going to literally cover all of the walls with these panels. And once they're up there, everything else is going to clip into and slide on these so that you've got total flexibility with the system. Now, these do have to be attached to the wall studs.
John, Lori, and I use electronic stud finders to locate and mark all the wall studs. Then, using a level, we extend our marks from the floor to the ceiling.
Now we're going to install these slotted wall panels, beginning at the top and then working down. And what we need is a reference line, a level reference line that's a little over a foot from the ceiling. The problem is that chances are the ceiling is not level. It's got it running on a slope or a slant. So we need to find the lowest point of the ceiling.
To do this, I first set a laser level about 6 inches below the ceiling. John and Lori then measure the distance from the ceiling to the laser line, about every 5 feet across the wall.
Okay, Lori, what are you getting there?
It's about 5.5.
Okay, so it's continuing to slope down.
We continue working our way around the room, checking the distance from the ceiling to the line.
So guys, this is the lowest part of our ceiling right here. I've measured down 12.25 inches, made a mark there. Now we're going to shoot a level line across this wall. Let me put the laser level up here. All right, John, now if you'll make a mark down there, just 3 or 4 inches out from the corner.
John and I mark both ends of our laser line, remove the laser level, then snap a chalk line between the marks. We now have a level reference line. This is where we'll line up the bottom of our first row of panels.
Well, we are ready to put up our first panel. Now, these come in 8-foot lengths, but the trick is the end of the panel has to end on the center of a stud. So this first one is a little bit too long. We're going to have to shorten it by about 6 inches. Okay, let's put that first panel up. Bottom edge of the panel on the chalk line. Lori, yours should be touching the wall down there.
We drive screws through each of the panel's grooves wherever they intersect a stud. This will make for a very strong installation.
Panel number 2, headed for home.
The second row of panels is installed by inserting the tongue on the upper edge of this row into the groove of the row above, then driving in the screws.
Now you notice the joint on the top row is right here. The joint on the second row is going to be back here. That's what we want. At least 2 studs separating the joints on adjacent rows.
Soon we encounter our first electrical receptacle. We measure horizontally and vertically to determine where an opening should be cut. Then transfer these measurements to the panel itself. We align the edges of a faceplate with the marks and trace around it. Next, I use a spring-loaded punch to create 4 small depressions at each corner. These will keep the drill bit from drifting across the surface as Lori bores a hole in each corner.
All right.
Beautiful.
Good tip.
Job.
All right, now who wants to cut these out?
Oh, I will.
The jigsaw blade is inserted into the holes, and the opening is cut out.
Hey, right on. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to trim out this opening using this material. This is called gear wall trim. So bring this back down. We're going to cut this to size and put it in the opening. All right?
After snapping on all 4 sections of trim, we attach the panel to the wall and continue working our way around the garage. When we get down to the bottom row, our panels need to be a narrower width, so we rip them to size on a table saw. As we move on to the next wall, we attach a long strip of gear wall trim in the corner, with the opening facing the unpaneled wall. This will give the corners a more finished look. We slide the first adjoining panel inside the wall trim, then attach it. We'll repeat the process for each inside corner. We also use the trim to conceal the cut ends around doorways and on outside corners. Soon, all of the walls are covered. But before we move in the shelves and cabinets, there's another issue to address.
You know, the only problem is now this floor looks awful. You got some grease stains here, rust over there, crack running across this way. Now, we could scrub this and bleach this and spend a couple days painting it, or this could all disappear in about 30 seconds, so it's up to you guys.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right? Okay. So walk back over here. This is a vinyl floor covering mat from Better Life Technology. And all you guys have got to do is just simply roll this out. No adhesive required. Just roll it right out of the room. You notice it's just lying flat on the floor here. It's got grooves cut into it. So if you want to wash this out, the grooves will carry the water right out of the garage. Now, we've got another roll over here that'll cover the other half of the garage. Let's get that, okay? And one nice shove. Okay, ready to turn this back into a garage?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get some cabinets.
Okay.
Great.
John and Lori ordered several of the optional pieces that are offered with the GarageWorks system, including a heavy-duty workbench, several base cabinets, and what the system is really designed for, these easy-to-install hanging cabinets.
Now, here's one of the great things about this system. The lip on this rail on the back of these cabinets hooks onto those slots in the gear wall. Engage the track, the bottom end, that's it. Okay, want to grab the bench, put it back?
All right.
The cabinets slide along the tracks of the gear wall, so spacing them exactly where you want is a simple task. Other hangers, ranging from baskets to bicycle racks, snap onto the gear wall as well. As we continue working, it's hard to even remember the condition of this garage just a short time ago. All the items that were sitting on the floor are now safely and conveniently stored. Of course, we took the opportunity to throw away a lot of items, but now there's a place for everything. John has his workbench, Lori has her gardening center, and we've even left a space for the bird nest.
Just one thing, when I do a project like this, I make unannounced inspections to make sure that you keep it neat. All right?
We
I can come
promise.
back anytime now. Guys, I had a great time with you.
Thank you so much. Ron Sandwich.
Well, you can't blame Lori and John for being excited. From the track-free garage door opener to the stain-free floor and the state-of-the-art organization system, their garage has become the absolute model of do-it-yourself efficiency.